Ni hao, and welcome back to the Chinese campaign. So, first battle for the new Haicheng class battlecruisers. Unfortunately, it's not much of a battle, it's a single light cruiser. But, let's go sink it. And I've decided to just use the two new big, heavy battlecruisers, which are pretty much battleships, really, in most ways. Just so that the rest of the task force don't waste their ammunition. And also, I want these two to maybe get some crew experience by farming this light cruiser. Probably won't be much. It's just a single light cruiser, and it's not even like super expensive or anything, but might be enough to make one of them seasoned. And also, I don't think they're gonna be wasting a lot of ammo killing this. It should just take a single hit or two. That shell looks like it's gonna hit. That one too. Yeah, there we go. Took 2 hits. Very nice. Yeah, still regular. But hopefully that task force will get some proper action soon. Yeah, they're gonna run into this task force, which is at least something. It's not a huge task force, but it's something. That is 100%. Nice. This force is closing in here. Also nice. These might run into some cruisers on the way to port to get fully resupplied. And what's this doing? Oh yeah, it's being sent to Bangkok to link up with some more ships, so I can have a fresh task force moving into the Mediterranean, which I do need because there are so many enemy ships there. And I need more fresh forces so I can kind of rotate them. So while one is getting resupplied, another is fighting the enemy. At least that's the plan, but you can't really control who's fighting what in this game. So, Qing'an class heavy cruiser and one more from the Ottoman Empire and a DD. They're fighting Leopard class heavy cruiser and Ansfelden class light cruiser. Yeah, this could be challenging because these heavy cruisers are not very good. They were made to be cheap and also have surprisingly good ASW for a heavy cruiser. But let's see what we can do. Which one of these is mine? Which is the Ottoman? The Ottoman cruiser is on point. That is fine. I think I'm gonna need the DD here also. Which, just in terms of size, is about the size of the heavy cruiser. Perhaps even a little bit longer. These are quite compact. Let's see if we can get lucky with some torpedoes. Because that would make life much easier for my cruisers. If that enemy heavy cruiser could just eat a torpedo or two. See how far out they are. They're not that far out. And my DD is already being spotted. There's the heavy cruiser. It's not like super armored or anything. I got plenty of ammo. Let's have that thing withdraw for now. Let's have my cruisers take care of the enemy light cruiser. I don't want to waste torpedoes on it. It has taken previous damage though, possibly from a minefield. And my 9-inch guns are at least good enough to take care of it. Let's wait with the DD until the enemy heavy cruiser is fully engaged with my own heavy cruisers. This guy does not carry torpedoes. Doesn't have that much armor either. So yeah, this one we can take care of. Just with guns. My armor is holding up pretty well so far. I think once we close in with that enemy heavy cruiser and start taking solid 10-inch hits, will be a different matter. Let's see, there we go. Gili already taking some hits. That's okay. That's the Ottoman ship. That's not mine. No, Gili, you've... Okay. No, she's not fired off all her 5-inch ammo. It's just parts of her 5-inch magazine has exploded. It's not a big problem. It shouldn't be. I think the enemy is winning the shootout. Kind of, with her more powerful guns though. Let's see, we're at 24 kilometers, thereabouts. Yeah. Don't really have that much penetration at that range. Sadly, I'm not that much faster than the enemy, so closing in it's not the easiest thing in the world. There we go. Lost sight of my DD. We got 5 torpedoes out. Where are the other 5? There they are. I'll pull back to reload and just hope that stair will keep on course. Which it doesn't really look like. No, I might get lucky. No. Maybe not. Let's make sure the Hangzhou does not get too far away, because she's almost reloaded already. spent all my AP, or dang it. And they go through their ammo really quickly. And they were fully supplied too at the start of the battle. So that's not the issue. It's just that with patch 1.6, all ammunition was reduced. To roughly half of what it used to be. Still got HE though. 15 kilometers out from my DD. All torps in the water. Let's make use of those guns too while we're at it. Gonna need every single shred of firepower. Sadly, it looks like the torpedoes will not hit. Both cruisers are out of ammo. And torps are not going to hit. So, Stayer will live. And these do have increased ammo, don't they? Yeah, they do. Of course they do. Not using increased ammo is just no longer an option. Yeah, lots of hits taken, but not much damage from it. Yeah, just gonna end it here. It's a victory anyway, just from sinking the light cruiser. Alrighty then. Let's see, we are not over capacity, which is nice. Which means I can probably resume some repairs and some construction. There we go, 16 months until the next two heavy battlecruisers are finished. Although the campaign probably will not last that long. Yeah, these three are being commissioned. They would be nice to have in service. How many more ships do I have like laying around? Hong Kong has some light cruisers. Let's add the Weihai class there. Actually, the Metal Snake too. Because these two, Altai and Lhasa, are the Karame class. They are just patrol cruisers. They're not really supposed to be in the task force. Yeah, they can hunt submarines. That's what they're supposed to do. Alright, next turn, I think. Yeah, getting even more advanced engines, even more advanced hull construction, and hull strengthening. Right, September then. War continues with Germany. We're gonna keep fighting the French. Sure. Undefended port. I wanted this task force to fight the Spanish Navy, but I guess they get to fight some transports. And here too. Destroyer attack. I don't really want my my DDs doing this. They're supposed to be spread out into task forces, not die to a heavy cruiser. Probably could take it down, but I would probably end up losing quite a few of them too. Can I just not do this? No? Okay. Guess not. And before I've gotten my stuff organized, we've already been spotted by the enemy heavy cruiser. Which is, let's see, how far away is it? "26 kilometers away." Let's see, this squadron seems to be on the best course to intercept. Kindly take 50 torpedoes to your face. Actually, follow it more closer. You've all launched, right? Yeah, you have. There you have. So on this task force, when the cruiser detects torpedoes from that task force and starts maneuvering, that's when I will launch from these ones. We are firing, but that thing is spotting me through the smoke anyway, so it's not like it really matters. Might it take a couple torps now? One torpedo hit with some flooding. Will it take one more here? No. Guns are doing work. Let's turn this group in here. Try not to run into my own torpedoes, which are looking pretty good. Now it's taking fire from two directions. And who knows, this might be this might come down to the guns taking it out. I did avoid my own torpedoes, but the enemy cruiser seems to be avoiding my torpedoes too. Okay, torpedoes off so you don't launch prematurely. So far we only got one torpedo hit and on the enemy cruiser. And this launch seems like it didn't do too much. Are we all loaded now? Yes, we are. You took a pretty nasty hit. Will it be able to dodge all of these? That remains to be seen. Oh, let's just smoke up now. Why not? It will take one, at least. One torpedo hit. One whole torpedo hit out of 50. Now its towers are gone. It's suffering heavy crew loss. This squadron will not get hit by my own torpedoes. That's fine. That is very fine. Yeah, it's gonna come down to the guns, alright. There we go. Shot to shreds by how many hits? That's a lot of hits. Yeah. Yeah, no, torpedoes didn't do much, but the guns got it done. Now then, for the meeting, here we go. That's exactly what I want my new expensive battlecruisers to be doing. They're actually less expensive than the auto-class battleship, and they should be well equipped to take care of it with their 18-inch guns. And I've gotten my stuff deployed. We're now being spotted by the enemy battleship. I've got the Haicheng and Changsha leading the pack, being the biggest ships. Despite the game classifying them as battlecruisers, they are very much battleships. With more firepower and armor than a lot of the battleships I do have that are classified as battleships. So surprisingly affordable though for what they are. Just a tad more expensive than a Haicheng. Possibly down to the max optimal speed and hull form of this hull, allowing me to make a ship that is actually quite a bit faster than 30 knots. But other than some heavy cruisers and light cruisers, and of course the DDs, I don't have much that is faster than 30 knots. So it just wouldn't really make sense to make them any faster than that. Let's see, you're going to target that battleship because you have the guns that can hurt it. that Austrian battleship having insane amounts of armor. Chaolong is in range. Dingxin and Kangxi. You can use your tiny 12-inch guns, 13-inch guns, excuse me. Dingchen and Jiangxi, let's see. They are the very weird torpedo battleships that I could not find anywhere to mount secondary guns on. Except maybe some 2-inch guns here and there, but that like wouldn't matter anyway. But they have a lot of built-in torpedo slots. So these things carry quite the punch in terms of torpedoes. But yeah, only 13-inch guns. A lot of 13-inch guns, but still. Let's see, what else do we have here? The battleship Chaolong only built one of these. It basically does the same thing as the Xi'an class battleship does. Same speed, same guns. Possibly a little bit better armor. So, maybe not a bad ship, really. It just looks... I think the Xi'an class just looks more interesting. And of course, the Haicheng class battlecruisers, which, as mentioned, are really more like battleships. With their 8 18-inch guns in 4 double turrets and quite decent armor too. How about you guys use your AP to hurt that battleship? I think that would be a good idea. 25 inches of main belt. Insane stuff. Of course, now the battleship went invisible because it's being hidden in the smoke. So you can just start working on these heavy cruisers instead, which you should be able to hurt quite badly. And your secondary guns, whenever those light cruisers are in range, back to the battleship. Back to AP. Shona already has her tower taken out. Secondary guns. You have your targets. Also, I don't want my heavy cruisers wasting their 10-inch ammo on these very heavily armored Austrian heavy cruisers, which they just cannot hurt. I'll leave that to the battleships. Let's pick out some torpedo targets, actually, while we're at it. Just suddenly remembering that, oh yeah, the torpedo battleships, they have a lot of torpedoes, don't they? That's kind of their thing. Let's launch a decent spread of torps into the face of those DDs and light cruisers. It's opposite day today. The battleships are torpedoing the DDs. Dingcheng, Kangchi, Xiaolong. Let's see if these torps end up hitting anything. I think they will. Maybe not a lot of things, but some things will take torpedoes. And Shona is starting to feel force of my 18s. Got 7 torpedo hits out of that. Which is not completely amazing, but it is something. Cruisers are doing a good job taking care of those DDs. As they should. Okay, we got some incoming torps here. We will avoid those. Let's pick out some new targets here. Chao Long, are you... No. There. Your main gun target. Dingcheng. Kangchi. And you two will target some heavy cruisers. My heavy cruisers. Wow, Zhili, what's happened to you? Did you take a torpedo or something? Without me noticing, yeah, you did. I thought I was able to avoid all those torps, but nope. Let's see here. Heavy cruisers. Shandong. Ningxia. Hunan. Very nice. Excellent. Let's see, are these reloaded with their torpedoes yet? They are. They don't have range to hit the battleship though. But, you know, they can always... No, not you. That's the wrong ship. There we go. Dingcheng. There we go. Try and launch some torpedoes. If they are reloaded. Yeah, they are. Got the task forces mixed up. You know, a torpedo reload is pretty quick. Would be nice if they had torpedo range to hit that enemy battleship. But they don't. My battlecruisers are hitting them though. Lots with their big guns. even doing quite a bit of damage. Despite all the... I don't know the exact resistance value of that ship, but I'm pretty sure it's absurdly high. How close are we now? 18 kilometers out. That is... What kind of shells did I give them? Standard AP. I thought that would be plenty of penetration, but that is actually barely enough to get through the main belt at that range. Just because the main belt is so insanely thick. On the Austrian auto class. Taking out its main guns though. If it will just straighten out now that the range is dropping, should be able to score some big penetrations. In fact, you can start using HE if you want to. Now I think we have torpedo targets, but first I want the guns here now to... Oh, I did strike them with torpedoes. Very nice. Let's see. Xiaolong, Dingqing, Kangchi. Torpedo target. Torpedo target. Heavy cruisers, you can withdraw, turn off your guns. Let's see, are we gonna see my battleships torpedoing the enemy battleship? Perhaps. That's a lot of torps. Santiago sinks. First of the enemy heavy cruisers to go down, and these are very heavy, at least in terms of protection. Firepower though, that's a different class actually. Firepower though, not so much. They've got, I think, yeah, 2 single 10-inch guns. And here, this slug is definitely too slow to avoid my torpedoes. Took 6. Barely damaging it. Because it's got, what, anti-torp 5 or something? Yeah, and triple bottom. Let's see here, you can target that. You can target that. You two can target these two. Sankt Polten goes down. Just the 2 heavy cruisers left. Very nice. Are we actually gonna turn off the guns on these guys? Probably. They might need the ammo next turn. Let Changsha and Haicheng do the job. So I think they can do it a lot more effectively against those kind of targets. There we go. Amstetten goes down. And we just need a couple good hits on Wolfsburg. And she should be finished as well. Yeah, I think that's nicer with the sinking Austrian battleship in the background there. It's actually shrugging off my 18-inch hits, but not all of them. That was an aft belt pen. You got, yeah, around 12 inches all over. Main belt over pen. And main belt partial pen. Can't really decide if I've got too much pen or not enough. Yeah, we want to fire AP for this. See, much more effective. And there she goes. Nice. And that should leave me with at least a bit of ammunition for next month. Other than Geely running into a torpedo, didn't really take any noticeable damage at all. Yeah, Geely with the torpedo, Xiaolong and Dingsheng with like a couple of scratches, but that's it. Kangchi actually doing the most damage. 100,000, 108,000 with her 13-inch guns, and another 30,000 with torpedoes. Not bad. 9 torpedo hits from that battleship. But of course, Changsha and Haicheng were the ones firing at the enemy battleship most of the game, so that's... you don't really inflate your damage numbers too much that way. All right, lots of transport losses, but not for me, mostly for Britain, France, and the US still. And we get some land invasions by different nations. Germany gains control of eastern England. Mexico's new leader was found to support armed terrorists. Yeah, they just allied with Spain this month. Occupy Guatemala. 53,000 tons. It's not that much. I think I can gather that amount of tonnage. Here we go. I gather that amount of tonnage. It's not even far away. Let's add a couple of other ships too, just to be on the safe side. Guatemala, is it worth much? Not that much, really, but a little bit. Does the US have a navy again. Yes, they got 2 battleships, 4 heavy cruisers, a couple of DDs and such. Let's offer them a peace treaty now before they lose their new ships, because I want to take them as war operations and refit them. Let's see, where did the Spanish Armada go? They had that huge cruiser force. But where did it go? Oh, it's inside Casablanca. For repairs, presumably. And some in Gibraltar. Here we got a battleship. So this force here has just vanquished an enemy force. That means they can go in and find some fresh enemies. Germany doesn't really have much. I am tempted to just sail into the Adriatic Sea and get something done, but there's just so many submarines there. I wouldn't even get a battle with the enemy task force. It would just be submarine battle after submarine battle, and that ain't no fun. Here you go, fresh task force, mostly repaired. We're gonna move out some DDs. They're gonna clear the waters of submarines. Let's see, 5. That leaves 4 for this task force, with 6 going out. Just leave this here. And these 6 I will of course spread up into smaller units. Let's see, let's say, let's go 2 DDs in each. There. I'd probably have just as much luck just splitting them up into 6 single DDs, because it mostly works off of the average ASW score for the whole task force, and the average of one ship is whatever that one ship has. So, and I think there might also be something to like the anti-submarine attack power. Might mean something, but yeah, it's mostly the ability to detect. Speaking of single DD, we got this guy who was, I think, part of a task force, then teleported to get repaired, and then teleported back out to where the task force was. I think that's what happened, and that's why it's all alone. Anyway, let's yeah, we're a little bit over capacity again, of course, because ships are now being repaired. Mudang being repaired for quite a few months. Hefei, why do you need so much repair? Okay, we're just gonna resuspend the Dalian and Dakwing, because I don't think they're gonna be making it for the end of the campaign anyway, which is a shame, because they would probably be quite fun to use. They're similar to the Haicheng class that we just used in against the Austrians, but instead of 8 18-inch guns, they got 12 17-inch guns. So a little bit different, but still. Let's go, next month. And the war continues with France. I'm gonna keep fighting the Germans. Task force attacks port. Okay, this is a battle. I got a battlecruiser, a big heavy cruiser, and lots of smaller heavy cruisers, and a light cruiser. Fujian class heavy cruiser. Oh yeah, that's right. Mexico used to be my ally at one point. Okay, it was dumb of them to go an ally with the Spanish then. Kind of been that long ago because the Fujian class is fairly new. Alright, let's go fight my own ships. Let's teach them a lesson that breaking an alliance and then go an ally with an enemy nation is just really not permitted. Can't really have that happening. Let's see, this guy will be the scout. Wenzhou is of course the flagship. It's got a decent bit of ammunition. Some of these ships have taken damage previously. Maybe I need to have this unit reinforced with some battleships. If they're gonna keep fighting the Mexicans. Let's see, I know the Fujian class pretty well, as I made them, but what's up with these things? Horrible abomination of a ship. Some armor all around. 47 kilometers, we are almost in range. Yeah, I should be able to pen it at 35,000 meters. Turn the guns off until then. Don't really need to be wasting ammo at longer than effective range. Let's see, 35,000 meters. We should be able to get some penetrating hits on the deck at this range. It's a lot of heavy cruisers though. And with me only having one battlecruiser, and the 5 heavy cruisers I have not really being that effective at range, I'm a little bit skeptical if I will be able to do this or not. Let's see, 28 kilometers, that is outside the range of my 8-inch guns, but the 9s do have the range to hit these, which have not that much armor. That is a funky looking light cruiser though. Lots of weight offset. We got fast torpedoes, 24-inch. Shouldn't take that many hits to knock them down. Of course, now they're hiding in smoke, so that's that. Let's hit those, they're kind of stuck together. Secondaries from the battlecruiser can also target the enemy light cruisers. Not super effective. Yeah, now we're having a little bit of an effect. Now they are closing in. Okay, target that one. It's closest. It's closing in. Man, why did I build them so well armored? Okay, all of you just focus that light cruiser. The first one. Anhui is kind of struggling here. Oh yeah, that's a metal snake claws. That's why it's like, I thought, oh, aren't these Chinese, no, these Mexican light cruisers supposed to be kind of squishy and not that fast? And suddenly they have to just pulling away from the pack and resisting all kinds of hurt. But no, they're the metal snake claws. They're my ships. So they need some big gun attention. Sadly, I don't think Anhui will make it. Luckily, that enemy light cruiser did not make it either. There you go, flash fire is flooding, tower is out. Yeah, that thing is cooked. Wenzhou back to Pingyang. Heavy cruisers back to the numbered light cruisers of dubious quality. Which for some reason are about the same cost as my metal snakes. There we go, we're doing some decent damage to Pingyang. Yes, Mexico, if you ally with my enemies after buying my ships, I will make sure those ships do not survive. There we go. Decent hits and some flooding. Should be going down soon. Haicheng is also pretty much finished. So I'm gonna lose at least 2 of the very cheap heavy cruisers. Which I kind of regret building now, because just building more of the bigger and better ones might just have worked out better. And also it's not as if I'm short on money. Oh, no. Wenzhou, you're gonna keep targeting the Pingyang. I want it out. These 2 are still afloat, because my heavy cruisers are, except for Fangtian, they are all out of ammo. No, they're not. Qinghai still has ammo. It's the Andong that's out. Let's try to not take these torps. Qinghai sadly not really responding, having a rudder out and damaged engines. switch targets? No, you didn't. Good. I think that's the end, though, of that light cruiser. Yeah, it probably is. Nice. And Pingyuan, thanks. Wenju is avoiding the torpedoes. Fengtian is avoiding the torpedoes. Fengtian, you can actually finish off that thing. And Wenju lost a turret. And with that, she is almost out of ammo. Too bad, because she had quite a bit of ammo left when that turret departed. So I will probably have to scrounge up some more ships for this invasion. Sorry, Qinghai, but you're getting left behind. Far away are we? 24 kilometers, that's just out of range. Qinghai will probably go down too. What kind of armor did this class have? 5.7, 2.8. Not getting me with your torps. I was intending to get a little bit closer to that light cruiser and finish it off, but I'm not sure exactly how many enemy ships I've sunk. I think I've lost 2 heavy cruisers, yeah. Probably gonna be a third one. But I've sunk 3 lights and 1 heavy in return. At least. Possibly more. So I might be happy with that and just wait for some battleships or heavier battlecruisers to arrive off the coast of Mexico, because I think those new ones with the I think I gave them 14-inch guns would be better suited for taking on these kind of heavy cruisers. Because the 12s just kind of lack the punch. Now it's a question of, can I get out of here? Like, these enemy heavy cruisers are not the fastest, but yeah, the Qinghai probably cannot get out. She's too slow. Engine damage and flooding and all that stuff. Fengtian still making 30 knots. Wenzhou 28. No, 22.6. This thing is lying to me. Let's see. This was doing 25.8. 22.4, 20.3, and a mere 15.6. So yeah, other than the there you go, took a torpedo. Qinghai is not now gonna sink. Andong got out. Haicheng got out. Wenzhou and Fengtian will probably make it. And then I just need to have this task force replaced for the invasion thing. Let's see, times 10. That means we're getting further out, which is good. And there we go, end battle. Does count as a victory, because we sank 4 ships, they sank 3. And the 3 that I lost were all these very budget-friendly Qing'an class. But heavy damage to the Wenzhou, though. That puts her out of action. So yeah, need to scrounge up some ships. Submarine attacks. German submarines. And this force is missing a couple of DDs, so that's not good. There are also no light cruisers present, which is also not good. Still went fairly well though. Light damage taken to Hongzhang. Sank 4 out of 5 enemy subs, so let's do some of these too. Didn't that just sink? Okay. And an undefended port. And here we go, a meeting, but we're gonna do that one next turn. Goodbye. Next episode, I mean. Goodbye, and take care.